Let me explain to you what's going on here. Yes, you're measuring something. So we got this Hyundai Kona, and the customer's concern is a pull to the right. So we put it up on the alignment machine over here, and the alignment would actually pull slightly to the left. So first off, you have to know alignment numbers, right? So like if we were to put on this alignment number, you'd have to know which way your camber is going to cause a pull, which way your caster is going to cause a pull. And this one was slightly to the left. Customer's concern is it pulls to the right. So we just say, hold up, pull the tires off. We're going to bring them over to the road force balancer, and I'm going to show you a trick we can do. All right, so we're going to mount it on the balancer, something that you should know how to do. Hook it up, check the tire pressure, and then go ahead, pull that. Hang her back up here. And then when specifically what we want to do is like this would be a balance. And that's fine, except we're not even really worried about the balance. This would be road force, and that's good for vibration. But this road force with straight track is actually going to measure how many pounds of force the tires are going to pull. So this would give us some, but I'll give you a little quick fix. What we did, we took the tires that were on the right side and we rotated them to the left side of the car, and the ones that were on the left, we rotated the right. And you wouldn't believe what happened. It changed directions. So it was pulling to the right and now it pulls to the left. So we know something's up with these tires. We just don't really know if we definitely need new tires or maybe we can work it out, right? So we're going to put it on the machine. We're going to do basically a road force balance, except we're going to keep straight track on. And then it's not really critical what model it is, so I'm just leaving that one as is. So here it's going to do the measurement. Call for some weight, and we will balance it. Even though the customer's not complaining of a vibration, we're going to balance it anyway. It's got a good road force number. It just needs a little balance, but this is the thing. We're trying to fix a pull. So what I want to do, I want to come over here, click this button, and then this is going to show us a little bit more info. And then what I really want to do, I need to come over here and do the least pull. All right, so can't do that until we get more than one. But for right now, you see this one is blue. And they actually have tags, and you could hang a little blue tag on the valve stem. But right now, what I'm going to do is, because this is blue, we're just going to write a quick little number 1 right here. So, and we're going to hide that from the customer just so they don't, freak out about it. Let me fix this. All right, so this one's got a number 1 on it. Now what we're going to do, we'll finish balancing this, and we're going to go grab another tire. We get those weights on there, and now it's just really doing a balance. All right, so now that this tire's ready, remember, we have it labeled as the number 1. So we would go here, and right now it's not telling us where these are going to go. So we're going to actually mount the next one. It thinks so far that right rear, but that has more to do with the least vibration. So we got to do all forward before we know where to put them. So we'll pop that baby off. We'll get this next one ready. All right, so next one's up. And I'm actually going to get rid of this for a quick second. Make sure it's on straight track. Double check it. Don't be trying to fix a pull if your tire pressures are unequal, okay? That'll cause the whole problem. But we're good now. Go ahead. So we're just going to do the same thing for all 4 of the tires. And once we get all 4 of them down, it's going to tell us where we should put them to fix this customer's pull, hopefully. It passed the balance. Now it's measuring the variation of the road force and also the pull caused by ply steer or conicity or whatever. Okay, so then we go here. All right, so look, it's already developed 14 pounds of left pull if we have number 1 on the left front and number 2 on the right front. So because this was number 2, we need to mark it as number 2. Okay, and it would be really cool if we had the colored tags, but I don't remember where they are. This is tire number 2. Don't even worry, just get it on there. There we go. So you know what we got to do next? Pull this one off and put 3 and 4 on there, and then we'll get a total picture of what we're working with. We'll get these guys, get these 2 more tires out there, and get them on the machine. Number 3's got a good balance, and here goes the measurement. All right, looking good. Let's see where we're at here. All right, so far we can get it down to 4 pounds of pull. See how we're able to get it from 12? Now we're getting lower if we do it in this arrangement. Now all we're missing is this last tire. But what should we do to this one? You guys remember? Mark it. Which one? 3, exactly. Because as we do this, it's going to start switching where we want these, and we need to keep those numbers organized. It'd be cool if we had the tags on them, but we don't. Okay, next one. Tire pressure's good. This is the final wheel. Okie dokie. All right, so this one wants some weight, which no problem, we'll balance it. But also, after this, we can make a plan for where the tires are going to go. And you guys are learning this for the first time, so I'm going to talk you through really basic. Well, it's got a little bit of excessive road force, but 15 is what we want. 18 is actually really not bad. So we could break this down and do a road force balance and get the road force a little bit lower. But let's consider that for a moment. And let's say this is number 4. And now that we have all the information, we click up here, and we can get this to 1 pound. This car is going to go straight, assuming our alignment's good. So the customer does not need new tires. What they need is just for us to set them up like this. So if that was number 4, where's number 4 go? You guys tell me. Yep, so I'm just going to make this mark right here. 4 becomes the left front. And that means 3 is the right rear. So we got to go back over here to 3, and we're going to do right rear on here. R. And then 2 is going to be right front. 1 will be left rear. That one's number 2. So again, right front. R, F. And then 1 is going to be the left rear. So we'll just mark, go ahead and mark LR. I got you. LR right over here, left rear. And then we just got to go ahead, balance this one, and then we'll put them on exactly where we marked them, and we'll road test and see if the pull's fixed. Cool? So they asked a good question. Could we fix this? And yes, we could break it down and fix it. If you want to, you guys that'd be a great activity for you. So let's just say we did the road force and we got this number lower. It's still going to be the number 4. So its position is going to stay, because it all has to do with the, like if this tread is malformed, they call it ply steer. Or if this has conicity, which means it's like it's almost cone shaped, it's maybe a little more worn on the inside than the outside, that would make it pull to the left. So none of that really changes. If you do want to get this road force lower, we can, especially because it's the left front, so it's actually probably a pretty good idea. The other thing we could do, we've set it on show the least pull, remember? But the other thing we could do is least vibration. So if the customer doesn't care about a pull, now that number 4 is going from the left front to the right rear. And the reason is we want that tire as far away from the driver as possible. And here in America, we speak American, so the driver sits right there. So we get it far away from the driver. But again, because our main concern is really the pull, let's go with the least pull. Cool. Then we're going to put there. Yeah, if you guys want, go ahead and do the road force. You can do the phase matching. I already got a video on that, but I'll go ahead and show you. If you want to do road force, yeah, we're going to do a force match. It's going to tell you where to make the marks. And then we'll actually rotate the tire on the wheel. So it's thinking, yeah, we're going to move it basically a quarter of a turn. So it's thinking that we can get from maybe 18 total to a possible 2 total. That would be pretty good. And it would feel smooth and be, it's probably going to feel fairly smooth, but that would feel really smooth. I think we should hook it up. Ready? Be quiet. Yeah, be quiet. Okay. Mark right there on the tire where the laser is right now. Good. And then we're going to press this button. And then we're going to mark on the wheel right here where the laser is. So right on the actual, the ring.
Isn't the other side easier to see it?
Yeah, and you could do that too. So if we're gonna work on it from the top, it probably would be a good idea to put one right here. So Sergio, we'll hook one up right there, or you could just memorize. It's pretty close to the valve stem, but there we go. So now we're gonna pull the tire off, put it on the machine, let the air out, squeeze it, and rotate and line those marks up. All right, I'm gonna walk you through it. Sergio's gonna do the work. So all we did was just we let the air out. That's all. You don't have to break the bead or anything. What we're gonna do now is, you know how to use this machine a little bit? Mm-hmm. All right, get it done like we're gonna take the tire off, but we're not gonna totally dismount it. Lock her on in. Lock her on in there. Snug her on up. And then, do you know how to use these?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna just bring them down, and we're gonna slowly break it. Yeah. Good. The detent. Okay, and then this bottom one, too. Arriba. Okay, nope, that was a miss. Yeah. You know what it is? The detent buttons have probably been pressed. So what I a lot of times will do is just do this, and then we'll reset them. And so so what I'm saying is, like, the indent button has been pressed. We just do that to reset it. Now you can bring them back down. How they looking? You like it? Bring it in a little. Check this one. That one's perfect. This upper one I think should be pretty good. Okay, and then just start spinning it. Good. And then clamp it a little more. Bring the top one down and the bottom one up a little. Good. Keep working it. Spinning, spinning, spinning. So we're not trying to like super clamp it hard. We're just trying to work that bead off of the safety section. Get it over the lip a little more. Oh, see that one's rolling over, so we might have to reset. Okay. And then the other thing, here's another cool trick. If it's sort of in a weird spot, you can do the indent control. See how that bumps it up nice and tight? Little tip for you. All right, bring that bottom one up a bit. Keep rolling it. Okay, right there, keep rolling. Nah, it looked like it was gonna work it. We might even put a little lube on there. Nah, you're getting it. It's just starting to let go. All right, so it's just about off the bead. All right, so then what we like to do here is I'm gonna just squeeze it a tiny bit more. And now we're gonna try to kind of grab this pretty strong hand, get rough hands with it. You grab the tire and spin the wheel till those marks line up. So remember, we got this mark. Where's our other mark? It's around. We could transfer that mark on the top to make it easy. All right, so I really always like to keep this where the customer can't see it, but for the demonstration, it kind of sucks. So I'm gonna carry this up. I'm gonna make the mark on the top. All right. Now we're gonna strong hand this. You're gonna hold this tire, and you're gonna spin the rim, the wheel, till they line up. You got the juice? You got the juice? You want me to do the juice? All right, you do the video. I'll do the juice. Ready? We can break the bead a little bit more. This one's pretty dry. Coming around, baby. Bring it around town. Oh, it's close. Ready? Let me back up just a bit. And then you can tell those rollers are getting a little out of place. Okay, let's release it. And look, even if you don't have it dead perfect, it's gonna be in the ballpark of lowering that road force. So let's go ahead, now we air it up. So I got another video on road force, but I'll explain a little bit. Basically, this tire has a stiff spot, and the stiff spot is where the yellow mark was. And this wheel has a little bit of a low spot. So going down the road, the stiff spot becomes kind of like a bump in the tire with the road force on it. But if we put the bump, if we line the bump up, the bump, right, it's not even really a bump, it's a stiff spot. If we line the stiff spot bump up to the low spot, now as an assembly there will be less of a bump going down the road. So our road force should have dropped. Let's mount it back on the balancer and see what we got. We'll also have to balance it, but we didn't balance it because we were going to do the road force. So we had 18. Let's see where we're at. So here you go. No magic tricks, no scams, just you see in the video. In case you couldn't see it pretty well, now you can see those marks. Let's make sure we're happy with the tire pressure. Perfect. And then I'm going to make sure that the road force, the straight track, is on. Let's drop it and see where we're at. Cool. And then people in the past have commented, well, how does it know the wheel and whatever? This is the latest machine. This measures the profile of the wheel with the laser. It measures the stiff spot on the tire with the roller. Trust me, it knows. The old machine, we used to have to bring a piece out from here and actually put it on the wheel, and it would, basically measure the run out. This is pretty modern. So our numbers are different, we know, but yeah, you know what? We didn't get a good result on that. I'm surprised. It actually got worse, which is kind of weird, but I don't have a really good explanation for that, to be honest with you, but I do want to do that one more time. Let's go ahead and we'll make the marks where it's going to call it right now, and we'll do it one more time and just see, maybe we got kind of a little anomaly here. Okay, so Sergio, you want to do the honors? All right, so we're going to do it in white so we don't get confused. That was the tire mark. Good. This should be the wheel mark. And then, because it's a demonstration, let's do the marks on the outside so we can see it. Normally I do them on the inside so the customer doesn't see we've been writing all over the place. So that one right there was the wheel. Now we'll go back to the tire mark. Give us a tire mark right about here. All right, then let's do that one more time. But I'm going to cut because you guys have already seen that. The only thing I'm going to do a little different, go ahead and start running it. We're going to actually get a lube in there because this one was pretty sticky. It was definitely hooked up pretty good. This will help us spin it. All right, so yeah, the mark, we wiped it off a little bit. The mark's here and the mark's here, so we're going to move it. Do you have the juice? I'm going to hold it strong and spin it. Nah, maybe not. The top one's pretty well let go. The bottom one's not quite there. Keep spinning it. All right, with the battle. Here we go. All right, so these guys are working it, but this thing kind of bit me in the butt. I was expecting that number to go quite a bit lower. Surprised I got 20. But sometimes it works like this. I think we'll be able to get it quite a bit lower. If we can't, like let's say it goes from 20 to 18, 18 is the best we can get. That means if the tires, if the customer's not happy with how the tire feels, that means it needs to be replaced. This machine can only work with what it has, and if you adjust it to where it calls for it, and that's the best you can get it, that's the best that we can do without a new tire. All right? So as you can see, the tire is 21 pounds of the variation. The wheel's run out is 6,000, so the wheel's straight. The tire is kind of the issue. We're just hoping that we can minimize the assembly using the machine. So we're back. Just double check tire pressure. There's our white marks. See what we got. This is the moment. All right, here we go. If this doesn't take care of it, we're not going to be able to get any lower. I suspect it's going to bring us back down about the 18, in which case we know that's the best we can get. Okay, well, we did get it to 15. 15, you're not going to get any better than 15, but you know what the good news is? 15 is really in spec, so 15 is great. This thing didn't get it as low as it thought, but actually 15 is good, right? So then if we go here, so we're still to the least pull. You can see as it changed. And so overall how we had it was still good. It's still calling for 4 on the left front. With 15 pounds, the customer won't really feel it, so we're good. We'll get him in place. So my guys pointed something out. Something did change, and I don't recall if it moved these around, but ultimately now it's got 3 pounds of pull. That's still really good. Remember, it had 15 or 18 or yeah, so it had a lot more pull, so we're still good. We did the very best we could for the customer by getting them all in spec with road force and with the least amount of pull. If you wanted to show the least amount of vibration, you would do least vibration, and that's going to put 4 on the right rear still, even though it's at 15 now. So we'll keep it on least pull. That's where we're going to put them, and then we're going to verify that the pull is gone. After clicking again, it's kind of being a little crazy. We could actually do 3 on the left front and 4 on the right front. That'll get us down to 1 pound. So that's what we're going to do. 4, we're going to put this on the left front. 3, we're going to put on the right front. And then we'll be at the best the customer could possibly get. Now they're getting this last one on this car. But, you know, I can pretty much already tell you what we're going to have. We saw the alignment numbers. The alignment would actually pull slightly to the left. And now with these tires on, with the tires how they were, it was pulling hard right. This car is going to go pretty darn straight. The moment of truth. You guys do a quick road test and come back and give us the final verdict. There we go. Here's the moment of truth right here. The thumbs up, huh? You fix my car. It come with egg roll.